Hello, very good day to everyone. This is David Reyes with you, and I'm bringing you an incredible business opportunity in the market. It's an exchange that has been around for 4 years, has enormous financial strength, and has just launched an app that is fantastic for investors because it has a fund that guarantees your daily returns. That's hard to find, knowing that all market movements are variable, but let's see why it works this way. The first thing we're going to do is share my screen so you can see everything we're talking about. We share the screen and see that the exchange is called BitradeX, and well, its global brand ambassador is 𝐓𝐚𝐫𝐤𝐵 𝐩𝐚𝐬𝐚𝐫, who is a famous football player. If we go to his social media, we see that he has more than 2.6 million followers. We can see that he just posted that he's working with BitradeX, and not only as the global brand ambassador, but he's also using the service that I'm going to show you. In other words, he uses it himself. It's an iBot that trades automatically in the market without you needing any kind of knowledge. And the good thing is, it guarantees your returns because there's an investment fund that ensures that on days with lower returns, they can deposit what you're owed according to the service you've contracted. Here we have again how he presents himself as a brand ambassador, and we have a CERTA audit with more than 4 years talking about those funds I mentioned. We had a fund last year of 12 million from Bain Capital Ventures, an institutional company. And we see Binance, which is the #1 exchange in the world, featuring in its news report, which is where it shares exchange news, that it is very, very, very secure. From Binance talking about BitradeX with 12 million, or in other words, reaffirming once again, in addition to the CERT auditor, once again an international entity like Binance making this fact known. Not only that, we see the high level of security we have here. For example, here, which provides you with the utmost security through CERTI, and which is on a security chain that has, well, surpassed KuCoin, which everyone knows, surpassed Poloniex, which everyone knows, Gemini, and even exchanges that have been in the market for more than 12 or 13 years. BitradeX is currently ranked number 30, from 1 to 30 globally in terms of security in just 4 years. And, well, we're seeing a huge amount. Last time it was over 1 billion, in this case dollars, in the market in the last 24 hours. We have the registration of BitradeX Fintech Limited in the United Kingdom. We also have other documentation, which is the MSB, registered in the United States, and they are obtaining new documentation in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, to comply with the laws of all countries. Speaking directly about what the service is that we are going to offer investors, it's the iBot, where in any of the services, we have a main protection, which is if the returns are below expectations, the platform's fund pool automatically covers the deficit, and any excess returns will be automatically injected into the fund pool. Let me give you an example. In this service, I put 20,000 to work, which is equivalent to about $100 average per day. If one day it makes $80 because the market has its ups and downs, they from the fund pool will give you your 100. In other words, you generate 100 every day, no matter what. You are not exposed to losses. And that's great for investors, which is why they're joining, especially since it's an exchange with strong financial backing. On CoinMarketCap, we can see more than 4 billion, which is completely public and highly secure. It's rising to the level of exchanges that have been in the market for more than 10 or 12 years. Imagine having your capital working for you in an exchange where you have fund custody, which we've checked for traceability when making a withdrawal. That's really good. And on top of that, it guarantees your returns because the fund pool guarantees every day that it delivers. And on days when you make more, for example, $200, $300, you still generate 100 and the rest goes to the fund pool. What happens is that the fund pool started with 10 million and is now over 13 million. So it's a win-win for them. And on the other hand, for the investor as well. We have to note that within the iBot service, we have the flexible service where you can enter with whatever amount of capital you want and withdraw it whenever you want. There are no time restrictions, and the daily earnings, including compound interest, will accumulate if you don't touch it. And if you want to withdraw, you can take out both your capital and your profits whenever you want. There is no limit, okay? This is very flexible. It's really good. Then there are the locked staking options for 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, and 360 days. Here we have an example. For 30 days, we would be, for instance, getting 0.3% daily, which is 9% per month. For the 90-day option, it's 10.5% monthly, 0.35 daily. For the 180-day option, it's 12% monthly, 0.4 daily. And for the 360-day option, which is the one we're all working with, it's 15% monthly, about 0.5 daily, every day, because it generates 0.5. That's 180% annually. If you leave the capital there without touching the profits, just sitting there, it acts like another compound interest, which isn't locked for any specific period, and you could even reach up to 476% in a whole year. In fact, when we go into custody, we see these movements that, well, just as they're being managed with the service, it's giving 182% per year, plus compound interest. So we can reach those figures, and there's a 90% win rate. Yesterday it was at 89.99. Today it's already at 90.46. This means that out of every 10 trades, 9 are winners. In fact, there are days when the fund provides the capital for the client because they don't reach it, but practically every other day, the fund just keeps growing. So if you like the information, contact your sponsor and join using the link they'll send you. If not, you have our link down below so we can help you. And well, we'll see you in the next video tutorial. Thank you all very much and a big hug. Bye-bye.